Good evening, everybody. How are you doing on this Sunday evening? Happy to be with you. This is my regular monthly stream, not one of the debates, but we got a few things to talk about. I've got a stack of mail that's about yay high over here, and we've got a new friend that I'm getting attacked by off and on. But this should be a lot of fun. Good to see everybody. Let's have some fun tonight. How does that sound? How is everybody doing this evening? So some of you may have seen in the chat that I was getting attacked. Let me see if I can get my attacker. Come here, you. So my daughter just got a new dog, and my camera is like going crazy trying to adjust and follow me. I'll see if I can adjust that. Come here. So my daughter just got a new dog. She's 4 months old. So she has been playing with me, and now that I'm talking to somebody, she's like really confused. So what? Hop up. Now she won't do it. Okay, let me see if I can't fix this camera auto tracking. This is like getting really goofy. It's like, what is it doing? And I have no idea how to make it stop that. Okay, so we shall see. Let's try this. Okay, that should fix that. So, anyways, good evening, everybody. Not a whole lot of big park news out there right now, so not a lot to talk about that way. No news out of Silver Dollar City. So what I have told you in the past is pretty much still the same thing as far as Fire in the Hole goes. As far as the train goes, there has not been any new news. So that's kind of where we're at with that. But oh, hey, there's my mouse. Hello to Gecko Gamer in the Netherlands. Always love when I get the Netherlands people coming in from there. So I've actually got a few things on the back shelf there from Holland. When able from a couple viewers, and then when we got to stay at the airport there for several hours. So, not a whole lot out of Disney. They finally started making some of the changes to Genie Plus and stuff like that. So you're seeing some of these things that are happening now. Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World is now closed. Disneyland's is closing soon. So we are seeing things like that. It's just kind of a waiting game, and we've got about a month and a half till parks start opening again, and then we will go from there. Brian, hey, got a question. You coming to Six Flags St. Louis this season? I am planning on it, but I've also planned on it for the last couple of years. I should be up in St. Louis at least a couple of times, as well as Kansas City, because of my church speaking engagements and trying to book churches. So if I get a church booked up in the area, then yes, I will swing by Six Flags. So that is the plan. Do you like the people behind Theme Park Worldwide? Honestly, I'm not familiar with Theme Park Worldwide, so that's a good question. I would have to take a look. But since we are kind of mentioning them, I did see this picture on Twitter today that just blew me away. This is at Disneyland Paris. And when you see me talk about the vloggers in the parks that I don't like and these other people, well, let me just show you this picture, and you will get to see why I complain about some of them. This is this guy set up at Disneyland Paris. Look at that. That is nuts. He's wearing a cast member jacket, but this is all cameras and stuff. Let's see, there's a phone there, there's a camera there, there's a camera there, there's a camera here. I mean, it's just like, really, how did he even get in the park with this? I don't know, but just absolutely nuts. So when I talk about vloggers in the parks and those kinds of things, that's what I am talking about. So, Sherry, can you show us your shirt? Absolutely. I got this at Hershey Park. Here, I'll stand up so you can see the whole thing. And I think that sums me up pretty well. So, Abby, have I ever been stuck on a roller coaster? Not unintentionally. We did get to act as practice dummies on Outlaw Run when they were practicing evacuating it. So I have been stuck at the top of the lift hill on Outlaw Run and evac on it, but that was practice. I have never actually had a coaster stop and had to get evacuated from it. I have from Splash Mountain. That's really the only one I've ever had a major evac from. I had, oh goodness, what was the one other ride that we stopped not very far from the station and we just walked off? That was not a big deal. So, am I going to ride Zambezi Zinger? Absolutely. That is one of the ones I will definitely be up in getting to this year. And I'm hoping to be able to get there fairly quickly after it opens. Planning opening week for Silver Dollar City too. So we shall see how that all works out. I did actually have somebody ask me because they are opening up the new ride at Busch Gardens Tampa, and if I was going to get to go down and try that out. No plans for Busch Gardens Tampa this year, so don't know when that is going to happen. What do I think about Super Nintendo World? We'll wait and see when it opens. Again, no plans to see that anytime soon. We will see. There is some broad plans possibly for 24 that may or may not happen. Our big plan for 24 is really going to be summer and a big change there, which I'll talk about a little bit at the end of the live stream. But right now we've got a swing. I don't need that for the moment. We got a swing to California that we're doing. I have a 4-day speaking engagement in the Hesperia, California area, the very end of June, first couple of days of July. So as part of that, we're hoping to hit Lagoon in Salt Lake City and one of the two of the parks in Denver, if we can work out admissions. Definitely want to try and hit those for that. So end of June, first part of July. I'm still trying to nail down exactly my travel dates, but that is in the book. So hoping to get those. Of course, mid-July to August, we've got all sorts of places we'll be visiting in Ohio and Pennsylvania and stuff. And then Dragon Con in September. So excited. We got some great stuff coming up. Megan, I got evac from Carousel of Progress. I did have that happen one time. Yes. So, but really, it's weird. I would love to get stuck on a ride and evac, and it's only been like 3 times that I've had it happen. And yeah, kind of like, so kind of a bummer. So I'm going to attack a little bit of the mail here. I do have several questions that people sent me ahead of time, so I will be working on those as well. One of the first ones I got from Sherry Wadsworth. Who do I think would be the best next CEO for Disney after Bob Iger leaves again? Oh, well, honestly, I don't know. And that's one of those things. I'm happy I'm not the one that has to make those decisions. I really have no idea. And I think that's why they brought Iger back, is to find a good replacement, because what they thought was going to be a good replacement wasn't. I'm absolutely clueless. So we will see. We will see. Let's see. With all the cameras, so they have a warp reactor to run them. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that guy. That story with you and your sister. Okay, have to remind me, Parker, which one with me and my sister? The one where she looked at me when I ran after the Mad Hatter? Mad Hatter, maybe? You got evac from Rise on Tuesday. Okay, I hope it was a good evac and you got a good look at stuff. That would be one that would be really cool. So, Abby, what happened if you guys had to evacuate the train at Silver Dollar City? We never actually had to do it when I was there. We had a plan in place. Every ride has a plan for how to evacuate it. And most of the time, you will practice that. We practice evacuations at Rhino Rally quite often. For the train, we talked about it more because actually pulling an evac for the train was a major pain in the neck, because you had to bring out ladders and step stools and drive out of the vehicles and set up all this stuff. It was a process, and especially depending upon where the train stopped. We had a couple times we thought we were going to have to evac it, but never actually did. So that was actually really, really nice. A train evacuation is rare, and it is involved. So, Parker, the one on the Matterhorn. Yes, goodness, it would have been 80, I believe 1980 or so, when we were on Matterhorn, and it stopped on the outside. We didn't evac, though. We sat there for like 25, 30 minutes and waved at the monorail as it went by, because we were sitting like this on the side of the mountain. But we didn't evac. They came by, walked by, said hello, and hey, we'll get you going soon. This is how long ago it was. It was actually in the days of the tickets, and we finally got back, and they offered us a re-ride or replacement tickets for the ride. We took the tickets. So, yeah, it would have been nice. Oh, Gecko Gamer. Ooh, if I did a Europe trip, which parks would I want to visit? So many. Europa Park is on there. Alton Towers is on there. And I'm just thinking the first ones that come to mind. I've been to Disney Paris, which was amazing. The other major French park was not open at that point because it was winter. Oh, goodness. My mind is going blank. I'm thinking Gardaland is coming to mind right offhand. Oh, gosh, there's a couple up in Holland. You'll know which ones I'm thinking about. There's one in Holland, one in Germany that I know I absolutely want to go to, and my mind is just going absolutely blank on them. Efteling, thank you. I knew you'd think of it right offhand. Any recommendations for Cedar Fair, Six Flags parks for someone who's aspirations to visit those? Now, of course, keep in mind the United States is a huge country compared to Europe. And so Cedar Point, but you're looking Cedar Point's in the middle of the country. If you're going to go to Cedar Point, I would take advantage and swing through Ohio and Pennsylvania. There's just a bunch of parks there. Or do Southern California, or do Florida, and kind of hit those. And that, pick an area. That's the best way to do it. Phantasialand, definitely. Have I ever been to Movie Land, Germany? I've never been to Germany. Outside of France, I have not been to Europe. Really, outside of Paris, I haven't been to Europe. So, love to go to Alton Towers. Yes, absolutely. I had hoped to get a chance to go to Europe more a couple years ago, and it didn't work out. Anything specific I'm looking forward to this year? Oh my goodness. Coney Island, taking my family to Cedar Point, and Knoebels. Lagoon, I'm very excited about. There's several swings. We'll hit Kennywood again. So I'm very excited to introduce my daughter to that. There's a lot of things. It's going to be a fun summer. The speaking engagement in Southern California will be kind of cool. I've never done a multi-day thing, so that's going to be a first experience with that. Really looking forward to that. So remember the video that I did in Paris? First one I've ever seen. I had so much fun in Paris. It really was great. So let's see. How many times have people pulled the red cord that you told them not to pull? Too many. We probably had, when I worked, about once a month that somebody would think they were funny and pull the red cord. So, and most of the time it was in the station before we even left. Don't pull the red cord. You mean this one? Hey, yeah, you're funny, buddy. Get off the train. Bye-bye. Actually, I don't think we ever really did kick somebody off the train, but did we want to sometime? So, kangaroo. Oh yes, we get to hit the kangaroo at Kennywood. So, what's a great place at Walt Disney World to take my wife for her birthday? What kind of food does she like? Does she like a Disney show? There's so many different things. There's no simple answer to that. I would really need to know more. The one thing about hotels and what to do at Disney, there is no simple answer because everybody's different. Everybody likes different stuff. And so you kind of have to make decisions based on that. So, Disney is raising their prices. Yep. Of course, absolutely. Well, the demand is so crazy. They kind of have to. And yes, Brandon and I are making plans to get together and do a day in the life of a water park worker. I do have plans. I've got two of my former train robber buddies that we are trying to work on getting some dates together so we can do a collab there. I got a video coming up this next week about hidden things in Branson that people don't know about. So that will be a lot of fun. Let's see. Have I ever been on the roller coaster Buffalo Bills? I have driven past it. It's actually not in Vegas. It's outside. The one time I drove past, it wasn't open. One time I drove past, it wasn't open. The other one, I don't know. That coaster is just it's kind of in scary condition, if that makes sense. So, let's see. Sherry, looks like cool magnets behind you. Which one's your favorite? Okay. So, Sherry, I'm guessing is fairly new to my channel. So, and if you don't know, Sherry, yes, I do collect magnets. You can see some there. Some. What you don't see, okay, and I'm going to make y'all dizzy here, okay? So look out for the lights and stuff as I move this. But what you don't see is all of those magnets. Yeah. So, and try and do this so I don't get you dizzy again. There's a lot of magnets. There's no way I could pick one favorite. No way. So, there's some very cool ones. I love my Disney pass holder magnets, for example, and stuff. But it has been crazy. So, let's see. Going back to Branson for the first time in a long time. Love to see a video about hidden special things. It's filmed. I want to get some B-roll footage shot around town to fill in a little bit. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. We will see. So, did I ever take your proposal picture while working at Disney? Several times. Yes. I want to say probably like 5 or 6 times. You watched for them. You had to keep your eyes open because people wouldn't tell you, and you look up and all of a sudden here's this person on their knee. Run! So, okay. So, but yes, absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Would I say that Journey is in dire need of a refurbishment? There's a number of things at Disney that are in need of major refurbishment. I would like to see it updated. Yes. So, and Chandra, thank you so incredibly much. I appreciate it. That's a special blessing. So thank you to Chandra as well as to Gecko Gamer. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. So I've been sitting here opening up a package from Pin and Pop, which is my online Disney trading site. If you like to trade Disney pins, you want to do it safely online. So we can get this out here. Go to pinandpop.com. It actually gives you a way to keep track of your pin inventory as well. And I love the site. Absolutely love the site. So we had a wonderful little trading event. She throws in extras, including bookmarks that I'm going to throw away here, and stickers and so fun little stuff like that. But pins I traded for this year, that finishes up my set of those. And then we got a Figment pin, of course, and a Sword in the Stone pin. This is part of a series along with that one. So I think I'm missing only one pin in that series now. And then I've been trying to get this pin for a long time. That finishes up that collection. That's a hard pin to get. And then another Cheshire. My daughter will want that one. I've got 2 more pins I'm missing from that set. It's almost done. There's another one for the Alice and other set there. And then these are cute. One of these is for a set, and another one I just love Robin Hood. So had to get those. And then my trader for this set, the nice thing with Pin and Pop is they do a broker system. So if somebody sends in a fake prize, or a fake pin or a scrapper pin, they identify it first so you don't get stuck with a fake pin if you're trading. So I do really appreciate that. I had 3 this time. First time I've ever had somebody end up trading a scrapper. And this time They did, and it ended up, oh, okay, she doesn't have that. She has alternative traders though, and that was one of the alternates. I'm like, that is an amazing pin. I want that one. So that's just a really cool pin. And then I won a prize too with a Christmas Spider-Man. Where are you coming from, Spider-Man? So, what ride do I think is next on the chopping block at Silver Dollar City besides Fire in the Hole? Probably Flooded Mine. That would be my next guess. I don't have any timelines or guesses, but Flooded Mine is starting to age like Fire in the Hole, and it's definitely time for it. So, yeah. I don't know when. It'll be around for a few more years, but I don't expect it to be too long. I honestly, I would expect they've got plans in place already to do something about it, but let's see. Abby, is there any tips I can give you about Silver Dollar City? Use the website, look the rides over, make a plan of attack, go on a weekday, kind of my usual stuff. Be prepared to walk up and downhill, go see the cave. I've got a video, it's a couple years old now, of 8 things not to miss at Silver Dollar City. Hit those. Absolutely. So, let's see. How was my day? Very good. Much bigger boo on certain people singing. Oh, you should have seen me Thursday when I went and saw Hamilton with my daughter. I only got 2 elbows in the side during the show. So, but, and you'll have to excuse me. I am getting over a cold. So I do still have a pretty good cough that I'm dealing with. So, but, let's see here. So I got another package. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't get a self-ship back page. 2 minutes back page. Hey, look at this, Craig. Sorry, you didn't get a self-shipped back page. That looks like something I would type. Oh my goodness! But this is a book I have wanted for a while. I've actually got pictures, whole pictures. I've been wanting to do a video on these for quite a while, using my pictures and talking about them. And this is amazing, right? Not just video. It's actually got all these windows and who they are. And, oh, this is amazing. Thank you, Craig. So I may actually use that to do that video at some point. Awesome. Let's see. Think they will take out the wreck of Old 82? At the very least, I don't expect them to keep that narration in it. I would be very surprised if they do after what happens. So, yeah. Gonna be honest, it makes me feel sad to see people get angry over the closing over a ride. I understand. I mean, for example, Splash Mountain. I love Splash Mountain. But at the same time, I understand why it's being replaced and updated. Same thing with Fire in the Hole. I understand. I love it, but it does need to get replaced. There are times for everything. A time to be born and a time to die. Okay. I could totally sing this right now. But since I just opened up a package from Craig, I won't do it. Yeah, change is hard sometimes. Change is hard. So life is hard. Where have I heard that before? Abby, what is your favorite book? Okay, Abby. Okay, so I'm going to make y'all dizzy again. Sorry, just going to do it. Y'all didn't see the rest of the room here. Okay, so my favorite book. Let's see. Is it one on those shelves? Or on those shelves? Or, let's see, Duck Around the Light on those shelves? Or maybe it's on one of the 3 bookshelves that are upstairs. Yeah, we have a lot of books. So, yeah, there's no way I could possibly pick a favorite book. No way. Let's see. Highly recommend Theme Park Worldwide. How get all the updates to the UK parks? Okay, I will definitely. Okay. In fact, I'm going to just do this right now. Worldwide. Okay. Note made. I will look them up. Let's see. Craig, turn off the mic. Turn up the mic. In everything. Okay, there you go. Um, let's see. Did I ever meet Terry at the woodcarver shop? Absolutely. Ate with him as part of our breakfast club on a regular basis. So, yep. Silver Dollar stays small enough. You get to know everybody. So, in Efteling, attraction from the same decade of Fire in the Hole got demolished. Also got a protest. Yeah, people get so attached to them, and I understand. I really do. But gotta go. Wonder if they will send parts from Fire in the Hole over to Dollywood for Blazing Fury. They did a major update on Blazing Fury a few years ago. Did a bunch of changes to it. I don't know if they can use anything from Fire in the Hole over there, to be totally honest with you. It's they redid the track and the cars and all sorts of stuff. So I don't really know. I don't know if they can. Have you ever been to Gilroy Gardens? Years ago, when it was still Bonfanti Gardens. So that'll date me a little bit with it. If you've never been to Gilroy Gardens, it is really neat. They've got what's called the circus trees there, and I do have a book for it somewhere. Neat little park. Let's see. SirWillow doesn't read books. He just uses it for fire over his chimney. Yeah, them's fighting words. Okay, so I got this book. I got a package I'm opening from Judy here, but I got a book in the mail the other day I had bought used and was rather upset because the post office, if you can see this, accidentally slashed the package and it slashed the cover. And I was like, "Urgh." I bought the book used. It was only a $2.50 book, but still, like, ruined my book. So, Terry's grandpa, I did see that he had recently passed away. I did see that. So, I'm sorry. I don't have a whole lot of memories. I do know I missed. Do know I met him. Do know I had talked to him. So, wasn't Blazing Fury technically the first RMC? I'm not sure. I don't know, to be honest. I guess technically it could be since RMC did do the track, but so. Okay, you guys, you're all making me laugh here. There we go. Maybe I'll just leave that up there for now, since we're getting lots of these. Okay, so this is from Judy. This is for the family. And of course, you know, Judy always paints her packages. So this one has hearts all over it. So some of this is going to be for the rest of the family. There is all sorts of little stuff in here. And a few things I can tell are going to be for the wife and daughter, because there's necklaces, earrings. Yeah, they're not quite my style. I would say it looks like most of this is actually going to be for the ladies. Because, let's see, we got chocolate bars. Ooh. Okay. So maybe I will claim those. This is really cute, though. So, a nice little Valentine's package. So we got chocolate bars. We've got a couple more chocolate bars, I'm guessing, in those. And then this is really pretty. And then there are two of these. That is awesome. So I'm going to leave that all intact, Judy. I will show my wife in a bit and let them see it. I know they will love it. They haven't seen it yet. It just got here yesterday. Here, Figment. Watch my box. Okay. Let's see. How can I make you laugh? I don't have a sense of humor. Go buy one. When I go to Coney Island, am I going to visit Adventureland on Long Island? No. We will be at Rye Playland one day, and then the next day we will be at Coney Island, and then we're hitting the road. So it's going to be a long trip. When are we going to? Okay, so if you go to my events page, facebook.com/events, I am trying to post up when I'm going to be at parks as I know it. I'm not going to post every single park, but the ones that you may want to meet me at, I will try to have sort of a meet and greet at Cedar Point. I can't promise I'm going to have an official meet at the other parks, but you'll know I'm there. And if you know I'm there, then I'd love to meet you. If you ever see me at a park, please say hi. I'd love when people come up and say hi. So, but that's the best way to do it. Facebook.com/events. So, let's see here. What is the worst park experience? You went there again and again and got worse as time goes by. I can't say I've had one. I can honestly say I have not had something like that. I've had a couple bad days, but nothing that kept getting worse. So I've really been blessed. So, let's see. I'll say, besides Silver Dollar City Aquarium, watch for my video later this week. I'll show you all sorts of stuff to see here in Branson. Lots of things. So, let's see. Sending something used will come in handy this summer. So that would probably be this. And it's a little hard to see the package. I got to see if I can get this label off without ripping it. I love the post office. When your packages come, Judy, they're always like, oh, we love when you get your painted packages. They think it's great. But, oh, gosh. I remember hearing about this book. So, yes, it's used, but this, if you are a roller coaster nerd, you probably heard about this book at some point. And it's just got some, that is Twister at Knoebels, I believe. So, and then, of course, Phoenix. I get to introduce my daughter to Phoenix. Good luck getting us off of it, Craig. Yes. Yeah. So I am looking forward to that. I will give that to my daughter as well to let her read it. More books. Let's see here. Kind of looking over the questions. I need to read address labels. Okay. Oh, no, see, I did see, okay, if you're talking about the one package, I did see that it said Bernash family. So, but I had gotten it. I thought you would want to see me open it and let them see. So I did that on purpose. Should be careful of that. Some people might start following you around after saying hi in the park. Okay. If I'm at a park and I have meet and greet time, come say hi, please. Come say hi if you see me in the parks. Be aware if I'm there with my family, we do like to have time alone. So I have no problem saying hi and spending a little bit of time and greeting and taking pictures and stuff like that. But be aware there will be a point where I'm kind of like, okay, I'm ready to go with my family now. So if I do that, please don't get offended. But yes, I've had a couple times where some people kind of overstayed the welcome just a little bit. So, do I think Disney will block YouTubers in the parks from filming? No. It is free advertising for them. They like the advertising, free marketing. So no, they won't stop them, but I would not be surprised if they start putting in some limits or enforcing them a little bit better. If you're blocking traffic and stuff, they have full rights to remove you from the park. So I think that will probably happen. Does it make you mad when they don't say anything about closing? Yeah, I'm not real keen on that. It does happen sometimes just because of scheduling and stuff. They did not plan on giving a year-long farewell to Fire in the Hole, but construction on the new one got delayed. All right, let's turn it into a marketing thing. But usually they don't announce it because they know people will be very upset about it. So they try to remove that opportunity instead of milking it. This time they're going to milk it. So let's see here. Let me catch a couple of other questions people asked. So Abby Goes Diving Asked me also, did you guys go on other rides when you were on a break at Silver Dollar City or the other parks? No. If you are working, you are not allowed to go on rides. Your break you are supposed to take out of the eyesight of guests. At Disney, if we got caught going on a ride on our break, we got fired immediately. Same thing with Busch Gardens. Silver Dollar City, you might have been able to get away with it if you changed clothes. There were a few people who did get to ride rides, like our entertainers, the street troops. They would actually join guests on the ride sometimes and kind of make it more fun that way. Uh, we actually loved when they would ride on the train with us because we would make a whole big deal out of them being on the train during the show and stuff, and we had a lot of fun with that. But generally, no, if you are working, you are not allowed to go on rides. Not just that, you've only got about 30 minutes, and in that 30 minutes, you're trying to get off your feet, to cool off because it's probably hot, to get some fluids, to get some food, and just relax for a few minutes. So you don't want to go running across the park to try to go wait in the line for a ride and then try to get back and so no, you didn't ride that. As far as my favorite roller coaster at Silver Dollar City, my standard answer, whichever one I was on at the time. So any news of the Disney dining plan coming back? I have not heard anything other than the weird system they were putting into place. So love to see Lights on Tour, Fire in the Hole. I kept trying to get one when I was there, and it never quite worked out. So, did I see any big difference in Disneyland Paris compared to the U.S. parks? Disneyland Paris is beautiful. The prettiest castle park I have been to, bar none. Absolutely gorgeous. Did not have as many rides in it, but it was a beautiful park with all sorts of places to just wander. The eateries closed early. They closed at like 6 p.m. So if you wanted a late dinner, you weren't getting it in the park. But it's just a beautiful park. Go back, watch my old videos from when I was there. And I do actually have a video where I talk about Disneyland Paris compared to Walt Disney World and Disneyland. So I do a full comparison of them. I would love to get back to Disneyland Paris, though. Beautiful park. Beautiful park. And it's got my favorite Big Thunder Mountain, my favorite Space Mountain. Didn't get to go on their version of the Haunted Mansion. Ghost Manor. It was closed when I was there. So, but absolutely loved their Big Thunder and Space Mountain. So, in line for Disneyland's Dumbo near closing once, and Pluto line jumped and rode in front of me. This is one thing I do love with Disneyland is their characters do have an option to be able to jump in and make a guest day and stuff like that sometimes. That was great. So, Brandon had a worker ride an outlaw run with me. Think he was just checking it out. So one of the things, if you are working on a ride, especially a roller coaster, is once an hour, one of the employees has to ride the coaster. It's an inspection ride. So they're actually doing it on purpose to make sure that the train is running smoothly, that there's no issues, that everything is fine. So yeah, I've actually been there as a guest, and I've had some of the workers hop on and ride with me because they were doing their hourly inspection. So yes, that does happen, but not on their break. So let's see. Craig, agree on Big Thunder, prefer Disneyland Space. I could see that, but ask my opinion on cast member union negotiations. I was never a part of it. Get a drink here. My division was not unionized, so we would get some of the perks from it. It's a complicated thing because Florida technically is a non-union state. They call it right to work. California is unionized. So Florida unions negotiate, but Disney doesn't have to negotiate with them. It's weird the way it works. My opinion on unions basically is a union is a good thing when it is fighting for the workers, helping them out, improving work conditions. I think the basic goal of unions is good. I think some unions forget what their basic goal is. And when they put a company out of business to protect the worker, hello? Yeah, you protected them so good they no longer have a job. Like what happened with Hostess. That was union going, durr. So I can have a love-hate relationship with unions. Great when they're doing what they should. too often they don't. By the way, this came in from Craig as well. Thank you. So looking forward to that. If you don't know, I have sleep issues, so that will hopefully be good. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Saw a story when Snow White's Scary Adventures closed down. Snow actually rode the ride with an autistic kid, gave closure to that child. Yes, I am actually familiar with that. Not unusual for some things like that. Disney allows the characters to do some things and create moments, and that's one thing I liked. So, what are your thoughts on Toy Story 5, Frozen 3? There was a time when Disney was an original media company, and there was no such thing as sequels. Live action remakes, sequels. I love the Toy Story has now ended twice already, and we're doing another one. Frozen 3's closed. Frozen closed with Frozen 2. Honestly, I'm disappointed. They're money grabs, and I don't expect them to be good quality. Surprise me, make it a mediocre movie, but I'm really disappointed. I want other things original. So, when I moved, did the shock collar ever get unpacked? Yes, it did. Yes, I still know where it is. No, I'm not telling. So, and Megan, I'm excited for Frozen 3. That's just because you're an addict, Megan. We need to have an intervention. Okay, so I do have a card, an envelope here from Rachel Dunn that I want to open, and then I got a box with a little bit of a story to it. Let me see here. What else? Oh, Rogers the Musical is coming to Disneyland. That's the one news item. I got to see Rogers the Musical at D23. At least the one musical number. They're actually going to add a little show to it. Fun stuff. But they're actually going to be showing it at Disneyland now, which is really cool. So, do I think the new Tron roller coaster is going to be good? Everything I've heard so far is it's a great ride, just very, very short. So, Craig, thanks for the reminder. A new zapper may be needed in July. Hi, Moo. Puppy's coming out. Are you going to come over and say hi? Come on. Come on. She's like really confused because I'm just talking and there's nobody here. And I think this dog thinks that I am losing my mind. Hello. Here, come on. We will get her up here at some point. Anyways, Rachel. Let's see. Dear Mr. Bernash, you can have this Kennywood flat penny, but if you already have it, you can give it to someone else. Never been there, just found it somewhere. Thank you, Rachel. I do not have it. My son is actually the one who collects the smashed pennies, so I will probably pass it on to him, but I am sure he doesn't have. I don't think we got this one when we were there. Let's see if I can hold this up, and there it is. Almost. Was in focus for a second. Come on, there it goes. Awesome. Thank you, Rachel. That is very sweet of you. I will pass it on to him, and if he doesn't have it, then I'll keep it. How's that sound? So, fish are friends, not food. Or to quote Craig, icky. So, let's see. What if Disney was so embarrassed about the movie Song of the South that why did it take so long to change the ride? Because the ride is extremely popular and very well loved. And they were probably trying to figure out if they couldn't do something with the ride and keep it, and not have Song of the South. But okay, so I got this. Yeah, it's complicated. They had been struggling with what to do with that for years. And basically it comes down to Parker sums it up. One word, money. They were just making so much money off of the merchandise and stuff and so well loved that they didn't have an alternative. With Tiana, they finally have something that they can use as an alternative, and so that's what they're doing. But yeah, there just wasn't an alternative. I'd still like to see them release the movie with a little addendum saying, hey, it's a product of its time, because there is some good in it. There's some that's not. It's definitely an issue, kind of like the Indians in Peter Pan or the crows in Dumbo. So I got this package from Jason McMahon in Florida. Now, he addressed it to me, but not to SirWillow. And so it was one of those that kind of like, what is this? And let me pull it off here. So that's how he addressed it. Now, I pointed out, we kind of cracked open because if you're going to send money for me for the channel, make sure you put SirWillow on it. So that way I know it's for the channel. Because we're kind of like, what is this? I don't know. It's a surprise. And so I cracked it open and peeked. And what I saw, I just barely saw the packing list. And I kind of went, oh, this is something that it is stuff that's extra, but also stuff I thought would be really fun to show on the channel. There is some neat stuff in here. So I'm going to kind of pull it out. Well, what really gave it away that I wanted to open up for the channel was the Disney paper. Like, oh yeah, let's save that for everybody. So at that point, I kind of went, Disney paper and stuff, put it back in the box, save it. So there's a couple neat things here. One, alphabet cards, flashcards. So if you want to learn the Hebrew alphabet, yes, it actually is the alphabet. Aleph being the first letter, bet being the second. So you go, where do we get our word alphabet? There you go. It was the alphabet before you had the alphabet from Greek. How cool is that? Oh, and this is neat. Sounds of Hebrew flashcards. So I told you a little bit about what some of our plans were for next summer. We're actually hoping summer of 24 to go to Israel for a couple years to study Hebrew, as well as the culture, to actually learn it. One for my biblical studies. Plus, we just love Israel. So we want to go study Hebrew, learn the language. And I'm also hoping to do some videos there, if it all works out, where we can be essentially create another channel that's what's it like to live in Israel as an American, a non-Jewish American. So that's kind of what we're working on putting together. So if you hear me talk about raising money and stuff, that's what I'm doing, is trying to make this possible and see if it will work out. And then I get to show you all the stuff I love. So that is kind of part of what is happening there and what our plans are. So that's why we're not making plans for summer of 24, because if all goes well, we'll be moving that summer. But this is cool. There is a genie. And then, let's see. Wow, he's got all sorts. Master set of Bible flashcards. These are, and of course, Hebrew. Let's see. Each word appears in the Hebrew Bible at least 200 times. Many appear 500 times. Very, very cool. See, this is what we're wanting to do. And when you immerse yourself in the culture, you don't just learn the words in Hebrew, you learn the idioms and the slang and the other meanings and stuff that you miss otherwise. So, oh, very cool. He's got all sorts of stuff in here. So the novel, oh my. Okay. All sorts of stuff. Doctor Who Yahtzee. That is amazing. That is cool. This is actually a book that is on my list. Oh, this is not a cheap book. But that... wow. Thank you, Jason. I'm still pulling stuff out, too. There is... wow. Retro Magic. That's based on the Spectro Magic logo from the parade. So, yeah, from the Lake Buena Vista Historical Society. Neat organization. How Star Wars conquered the universe. Gosh, there's some great stuff in here. Oh boy, there's some other stuff down here too. Okay, let me pull open the baggie. But that is, yeah, we're hoping for Israel in 2024. If you want to know more about that, I encourage you, drop me an email, sirwillow@gmail.com. And I can tell you a little bit more about it that way. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time on the channel talking about it because I don't know if it necessarily fits. But I will continue to still do Confessions of a Theme Park Worker from there as well. So don't worry about that. There are Mickey magnets, and then that one, and a Donald. There is, oh my. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm about to reveal a bit of my childhood because I know what these are from. There is a whole stack of stickers here. And if I am not mistaken, these are the stickers that were packaged in the old Topps cards. They at least very much look like them. And there is all sorts of them here. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's where these are from. And I used to have the whole original sets. There was, let's see, a blue set, a red set, and a gold set. I had, or yellow set. And I had all of them, and I sold them years ago. I mean, at least I didn't just lose them, to the parents' basement, but there's all sorts of these here. This, because these are what the cards look like. That is, wow. Wow. Like I said, that's where I'm pretty sure these are from. And there's all sorts of them here. Star Wars top stickers. Yep. Wow. That is special. Goodness, I didn't even know you could find these anymore. That is incredible. There's still a couple more things here. Oh, how appropriate is this? Okay. So, from Star Wars Weekends 2013, there is the brochure. There is the map from Hollywood Studios from that time. And there is Warwick Davis, Wicket, but also Willow. Very, very cool. Wow. Dude. Oh my. This is crazy. There's still a couple more things in here too. Hebrew grammar charts. And then the Dick Duck book, Hebrew grammar book for folks like me who didn't understand, speak, or read Hebrew. We've actually talked about this with some of our friends from Israel, and like, you need to try and find that. Oh wow. I'm overwhelmed, Jason. Thank you. I hope you see this. I really hope you see this. I definitely got. He included his email address. I gotta send him a thank you. Wow, that's that's amazing. So, also being closer to Europe means higher chance to visit those parks if I can get the time off from Alpan, the language school. Yes, I hope so. That is part of it. I've actually got a friend who lives in United Arab Emirates, and we've talked about possibly swinging over there for a quick visit. It would be neat if we can. When in Israel, your pets will make the trip too. Actually, the dog is my daughter's. She is not going to Israel, so the dog will stay here. Our other dog is aging. I'll be honest, I don't expect Ginger to make it till we leave for Israel. And then the cat will stay here too. So, yeah, those are from the original 5 series top Star Wars cards. I have all 5 complete set with stickers. Yeah, those are amazing. Yeah, Rady, you got a Mary Poppins box. Yep, it's just very, very cool. I'm kind of overwhelmed with all of it. It's like, wow, that was really cool. Okay, let me swing over to a question here from my chart, and then I could talk a little bit more. So, heard a, Tom sent this in. Heard a rumor that Knott's Berry Farm is ending live entertainment in the near future. Any truth to that? And is it a trend again at other parks? So I did some searching on this one because I was like, really? What? They actually just announced a huge summer-long entertainment program at Knott's. So they are not planning on canceling any entertainment at this point. They got a whole big peanut celebration coming up right now. They announced Ghost Town Live coming up again. They announced some of their summer shows. So no, live entertainment is still definitely happening in Knott's Berry Farm. Not sure where that rumor came from. I don't know any place that's canceling live entertainment at this point. So, yeah, let's see. Dustin, weird question, I know, but did Fly Dubai get your money back to you? Okay, so long story here. When we were in Israel last time, November, December of 21. And actually, we were planning going summer, and we were going to go summer, spend 2 months in Israel, summer of 21, spend 2 months in Israel, then go to Dubai for a week, and then come home. And had bought the ticket from Israel to fly to Dubai, and fly. When I had to cancel it, I canceled everything. I very purposely bought a fully refundable ticket. And then when I went to go cancel the ticket and get a refund, Fly Dubai didn't refund me. Didn't want to give me a credit that could only be used within 6 months. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's not going to happen. I bought a refundable ticket. I had to go around and around with them and with American Express. I had to challenge the charge 3 times before American Express finally credited it to me. And that was after I called and I gave them a whole huge long spiel and said, look, and they finally gave me the credit. But yeah, no, Fly Dubai never did. Fly Dubai tried to rip me off. So I won't fly Dubai if I don't have to. So, Abby, are you okay? You sound like you're about to cry. I did get a little choked up over the box. I am fighting a cold. I am stuffed up and congested that way. But no, that box blew me away. It really did. And I do cry. Every time I opened up Magic Kingdom and I took pictures of the people opening it, I cried. I do cry easy, so there's nothing wrong with crying. I cried at Hamilton Thursday when she burned the letters, or going through something not inconceivable, unimaginable. I cried. So yeah, I cry. Can't say I like to cry, but I do cry. So, but Jason, thank you again. Wow. What a package. What a package. Let's see. Last question I got on the list here, and then I'll kind of open it up for y'all for a few minutes. WPU Pioneer asks, why was the Pocahontas meet and greet given the axe? The only thing I can guess on this, all the meet and greets were killed back at COVID. They have brought some back, most back, but not all. Pocahontas meet and greet, again, was one of those that when everything was axed, Pocahontas was axed too. There weren't any characters left out. Pocahontas was never a real popular meet and greet. Whenever we would go to the park, you'd see long lines for the characters. Pocahontas would typically have a pretty short line. So I imagine the reason they haven't brought her back is simply because she wasn't that popular of a character. It's also part of the reason they eliminated her scene from Fantasmic at Walt Disney World. And that was kind of overdue. I don't know that there was any PC discussion behind it or anything like that. I think she just wasn't in big demand. So, yeah, that's just kind of what happened. She'll show up in parades and stuff. You'll still see her around occasionally, but I don't know that she'll be doing meet and greets. I think they're probably going to want to put characters in like Maribel that there's a bigger demand for. So, Abby, hope you weren't being rude. No, not at all. Not at all. Hey, when I say ask me anything, go for it. And that's not rude to ask why I'm stuffed up and everything. So, nope, you're all good. So, Hamilton coming to my area in September. I'm excited. They put on an amazing show. We were seated on the very far end which I did think muddled our sound a little bit. And I think we were at the first performance, and I don't think they got the vocals up quite as high as they should. I felt like they're actually still balancing the sound system a little bit. So there were a couple times that the vocals were mudded, but overall, amazing. I would love to go back in. I got an email today that said, "Hey, you want to come back again? There's still empty seats for only $49." I'm going, don't I wish? But yeah, that's not going to happen. I would love to go back again, though. Fantastic show. Not one for kids. I was a little frustrated in that we saw a couple. We actually saw a school bus that had like 9-year-olds. Okay, Hamilton is not a play for 9-year-olds. Yeah, I was a little frustrated to see these young kids there, and saw a couple parents that had young children. Okay, there are 3 F-bombs in the show. There is innuendo in the show. It is an adult show. Older teens, teens fine, but it's not a show for young kids. I was a little disappointed and frustrated by that. Although you didn't have to worry about the kids in the audience yelling, "Mommy, why are there naked people on stage?" like we did at Frozen. That was a little... Yeah, the Frozen play, they're not really naked, but they look like it. But yeah, there's kids in the audience. I was going, okay, people who put this together, think about your audience. but no, we definitely absolutely loved Hamilton. So what I may do on Burning Bush on my other channel, I do stuff that I haven't posted as much. I may talk a little bit more about the Israel plans and stuff there. So I may pop a video up there. So keep an eye on that channel. It is my preaching stuff, but that may be a better place to share a little bit more of what we're hoping to do there, and why we're planning on going to Israel to study Hebrew versus here and stuff like that. But we're excited, and again, I'm blown away with all the stuff Jason sent me. So yeah, Craig, yeah, the Frozen bodysuit surprised me the first time I saw the touring show. Yeah, I was like, this is a kid's show, and yeah, okay, they're appropriate, but they don't necessarily look it. It was, but doesn't faze me, doesn't bother me at all when they do that. It's just thinking about the audience. So anyways, I think I covered the questions that people sent me on there, covered the mail, got a mess all over the place. Puppy didn't really want to say hi, which is a little disappointment. But if you have not seen the dog yet, let me see if I can pull up the pictures I posted of it so you can all see. My daughter bought her specifically to be a service dog. My daughter does have some minor disabilities she deals with, and the dog is going to be raised to help her with those. It is a half boxer, half Labrador, and let's see here. And and she looks like that. She is a cutie. She's 4 months old, weighs about 30 pounds now, probably be about 65 when she is all done. And there's a better look at her. So very sweet dog for a 4-month-old puppy. She is very calm. She's got her puppy moments. Of course she will. We're working on potty training right now and stuff, but very nice dog. So the goal is to train her as a service dog so that my daughter can take her then when she travels. We're not going to be taking her anywhere this summer because she's not going to be trained yet. But that is the ultimate goal. And then when you see my daughter traveling around, probably next year, if you do see her, she'll have her dog working with her. So excited about that. Let's see. Boxer when she fight Clubber Lang. Yeah, no, not that kind of boxer. But very sweet dog, very loving, very much wanting to learn and behave. So, yeah. Tom, speaking of dogs, I had to take my dog out. Yeah, for the next few minutes. So that's kind of the update on the pet front. I think that covers about everything. Watch the events page. for where we're going and when we'll be there. I will get the information up about Lagoon and the Denver parks when I know. Hopefully, that will all come together, and we'll have some fun. If you're going to be in Atlanta for Dragon Con on Labor Day weekend, let me know. Love to hook up with you there. That'll be a good one to meet up with people. So, in that case, my cold is now starting to kick in. And we've been going just over an hour or so. Thank you all for showing up, for joining me, for blessing me, because y'all have been blessed. Will the dog's training include stopping autograph seekers? Only certain strange ones. Okay, so I'll close with this story here. The very first time Craig swung down to Missouri, my daughter and I drove up to Kansas City to meet him. And then we went over to Marceline, did a nice video of Marceline stuff. So we picked Craig and his wife up. We head down over to a restaurant in Kansas City, and Craig gets out, and he is wearing a shirt that, if I remember right, says Princess Willow Fan Club, and proceeds to pop out an autograph book and ask her for her autograph. And she's looking at me like, is he one of the weirdos? It was fun. I got a great laugh over it. But we had a great time. And she's looking forward to traveling with Craig this summer. So she got over her nervousness there. But thank you so much. So everybody, it's fun. Don't worry about it coming up and saying hi to me at the parks. I would love to meet you though. So I hope I can meet several of you this summer. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go get some rest. It's a week of meetings and on the road, so I need it. So thank you so much. Have a great night.